Hello, students. Welcome in the next class for chapter number 1, some basic concepts of chemistry. Today, we are starting with a new topic, that is empirical and molecular formula. Now, when you write chemical representation of water, carbon dioxide, or glucose, these these formulas are also known as molecular formula. Molecular formula you can define as these are the chemical representation which tell us about exact number of all type of atoms present in a molecule. For example, the molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. So this tells us about the chemical composition of glucose. Each molecule of glucose consists 6 carbon atom, 12 hydrogen atom and 6 oxygen atom, and this formula is known as molecular formula. Now empirical formula. What is meaning of empirical formula? Just look at here. This is its molecular formula. The simplest ratio between carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is 1:2, 2:1. So if you write the formula as C1H2O1, then this is known as empirical formula. One more example, it is ethane gas. The formula of ethane gas is C2H6. This is its molecular formula. If we need to write its empirical formula, you can see the ratio. It is 1:3. Then the empirical formula becomes CH3. The ratio between carbon and hydrogen is 1:3. So empirical formula can be defined as it is again a chemical representation of a molecule which tell us about simplest ratio between all kinds of elements present in the molecule. So this tell us the ratio between carbon and hydrogen is 1:3 by number. This tell us that ratio between carbon, hydrogen, oxygen is 1:2:1 in the glucose. There are a number of molecules which have same molecular as well as empirical formula. Remember one point, neither molecular formula nor empirical formula can have fractional number. So many examples which have same molecular as well as empirical formula, like water, the molecular formula is H2O. Similarly, its empirical formula is also H2O, because you cannot convert into simpler whole number ratio for water. One more example, CH4, methane. This is its molecular formula and same its empirical formula CH4. Now, what is importance of empirical formula? With the help of this formula, you can't tell that it is glucose. With the help of this formula, you can't have any idea that the given molecule is ethane. Then what is importance of empirical formula? You have to remember that in laboratory, you cannot determine molecular formula directly, but you can first determine empirical formula, and then with certain calculations empirical formula can be converted into molecular formula at your level. So what are these calculations? Just look at here. If I multiply this with a number 6, then it converts into its molecular formula C6H12O6. Similarly, if I multiplied this by 2, then it converts into its molecular formula C2H6. If I multiply this by 1, then it also converts into its molecular formula CH4. So we will represent this 6, 2 or 1 by a symbol that is small n, and in the numericals you can calculate the value of n by a formula, it is gram molecular mass of the given molecule divided by mass of empirical formula. So gram molecular mass will be provided in the question. Mass of empirical formula you need to find out. But before mass of empirical formula, you need to calculate empirical formula. How can you get mass of empirical formula? Look at here. This is empirical formula CH3. We know mass of carbon is 12, mass of each hydrogen is 3, so it becomes 15, and this is mass of empirical formula. Now, how can we calculate empirical formula? To calculate empirical formula, you will be provided directly or indirectly two type of data in the question. First, you will be given the type of elements present in the molecule, and second, their percentage, their mass percent in that molecule. For example, if you are given a compound having carbon and hydrogen, a compound has only two elements, two type of element, carbon and hydrogen. If GMM of compound, it is given in the question, GMM of compound is 30 gram per mole. This compound consists 80% carbon. Now you need to find out its empirical formula, and then you need to calculate its molecular formula also. Now, first we will find out its empirical formula. Now here, because the compound has carbon and hydrogen and the percentage of carbon is 80, so definitely percentage of hydrogen will be 20, as the compound has only two type of element, that is carbon and hydrogen. Now to find out its empirical formula, we will draw a table. This table says in first column, write the type of elements. In the other column, write their percentage by mass, which is given in the question. Then this percentage will be divided by respectively gram atomic mass. Now the result of this, suppose we represent by small a. In the last column, we divide the value of a by least possible value of a, least value of a from any given element. In this question, there are only two elements. One is carbon and second is hydrogen. Percentage, as it is given in the question, 80, and therefore it must be 20. Third column, percentage divided by their gram atomic mass. This means 80 divided by 12, which is gram atomic mass of carbon. When you solve it, it becomes 6.67. And here it is 20 divided by gram atomic mass of hydrogen. We know gram atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, so it becomes 20. Now this is the value of A, which we have marked here. So it is 6.67 for carbon, 20 for hydrogen. The last column says the value of A divided by least possible value of A here. Out of these two, among these two, this is the smaller value. So we divide both this separately by the smaller one, which is 6.67. So it is 6.67 divided by 6.67, it becomes 1, and 20 also divided by a smaller value, which is 6.67, it is equals to 3. Now finally, this is the ratio between carbon and hydrogen by number in the molecule, and this is also known as empirical formula. So empirical formula is C1H3. This is empirical formula for molecule. Once you get empirical formula, now you can find out the value of N. As we have discussed earlier, N equals to gram molecular mass divided by mass of empirical formula. Gram molecular mass given in the question, it is 30 divided by mass of empirical formula. You can calculate here 12 for carbon, 3 for hydrogen becomes 15. It means the value of n is 2. Remember one point, that n is always a whole number. If you find that n is a fractional number, this means your calculation is wrong. N must be always a whole number. So once you get the value of n, now finally you need to find out its molecular formula. And to find out molecular formula, you can do simple calculation. Molecular formula is equals to empirical formula multiplied by a number n. Empirical formula we already predicted, it is CH3. Value of n, it is 2. So its molecular formula is C2H6. So in this way you may have a 2-mark question based on empirical formula. 2-3 more point here to wind up this empirical formula. First point is, if you find here the number in fractions, then by taking LCM you need to convert them into whole number. For example, if the ratio between A and B in a question is 1 and 1.33, then you cannot round off this into 1. You need to multiply them with minimum whole number so that they both convert into a minimum possible whole number. For example, here I should multiply this by 3. When I multiplied this by 3, A becomes 3 and B becomes 3.99. Now 3.99 can be written as 4. So here the empirical formula will be A3B4. You can round off up to 0.05 only. And if it is a hydrocarbon, then it may be a risk to round off even 0.05. It means if it is 2.05, you can convert this into 2, but 1.33 cannot be converted into 1. So I repeat, this number should be a complete number, whole number. If it is not whole number, you need to multiply with minimum possible whole number so that both convert into the smallest possible whole number. Like here I multiplied with 3 so that A is 3 and B become 4. Another possible question. In this question you are given that the mass percent of carbon is 80 and mass percent of hydrogen is 20. But in some other questions you may given the percentage of element indirectly. In those questions you need to first find out mass percent of element with again some different calculations, and then you can solve the questions related to empirical formula. To explain this, I am taking another example. A compound has carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So this time the compound has 3 type of element: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. 0.6 gram of this compound gives 0.88 gram carbon dioxide and 0.36 gram of water on complete combustion. I hope you remember combustion means it is burning with oxygen or burning with air. If gram molecular mass is 60, then predict its empirical and molecular formula. If you remember previous question, we first calculated empirical formula, and to calculate empirical formula we required percentage of element. In this question the percentage of element is not given, so first you need to find out percentage of different elements. Now here we will use once again stoichiometric relationship which we already discussed. There are three elements in this molecule. One is carbon, other is hydrogen, and the third is oxygen. During combustion, carbon react with air or oxygen and convert into carbon dioxide. Now, carbon dioxide consists two type of element. Definitely one is carbon, other is oxygen. The carbon present in carbon dioxide must belong to this compound only. Oxygen is definitely from air, but carbon is from compound. So there must be a relation between the carbon present in the compound and the amount of carbon present in carbon dioxide. You can see this is a balanced chemical equation with respect to carbon. It means the ratio between carbon and carbon dioxide is 1 is to 1. This is once again, I hope you remember, it is with respect to moles. According to question, carbon dioxide produced is 0.88 gram. 0.88 gram means convert this into moles. To convert this into moles, we divide by a gram molecular mass and this becomes 0.02. Now this is moles of carbon dioxide produced as per question. The ratio is 1 is to 1. It means if carbon dioxide is 0.02 mole, this means the amount of carbon should also 0.02 moles as per the balanced chemical equation. I repeat, the ratio between carbon and hydrogen is 1 is to 1. Moles of carbon dioxide produced is 0.02. This means moles of carbon is also 0.02. So we get the amount of carbon in the molecule, it is 0.02 mole. Similarly, with the help of water produced, you can calculate hydrogen present in the molecule. First, we will balance the equation. When we balance the equation with respect to hydrogen, we can write 2H convert into H2O during combustion. Once again, this reaction is balanced with respect to hydrogen only. The ratio is here 2s to 1. The ratio is 2s to 1. It means the number of moles of water is half as compared to number of moles of hydrogen atoms. First, calculate moles of water. Mass of water is 0.36. Gram molecular mass of water is 18, and therefore the number of moles here is 0.02. Now look at here, the ratio is 1 is to 2. It means the hydrogen is just double. So moles of water is 0.02. It means moles of atomic hydrogen is just double 0.04. This is moles of atomic hydrogen. So we get the moles of carbon, we get the moles of hydrogen. Now convert these moles into mass. The formula, I hope you remember, mass equal to mole into gram molecular mass or atomic mass, whichever is applicable. For carbon, you can write mole equal to for carbon you can write mass equals to number of moles 0.02 into gram atomic mass of carbon. So convert this into GAM here. Gram atomic mass of carbon is 12. It is 0.24 gram. Remember, this is mass of carbon. Mass of carbon is 0.24 gram. Similarly, calculate now mass of hydrogen atom. Same formula, moles, which is 0.04, into gram atomic mass, because hydrogen is also atom here. Gram atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, so it is 0.04 gram. So in this way we get the mass of hydrogen as well as mass of carbon. There are only three elements here, so when you add this two mass you can get the mass of third element present in the molecule, that is oxygen. But no need to do this calculation, because we are not required to find out mass of three element, but we need to calculate percentage of this three element in the molecule. So here I highlighted few point here before next slide. 0.6 gram of this compound contains now 0.24 gram carbon and 0.04 gram of hydrogen. So calculate now percent of carbon by simple formula of mathematics. Percent carbon equal to mass of carbon, which we already calculated 0.24, divided by total mass of compound. Total mass of compound as per question is 0.6 multiplied by 100. This is amount of carbon divided by total mass into 100. When you solve you will get 40. So percentage of carbon is 40. Similarly, percent of hydrogen. Mass of hydrogen, which is 0.04 upon 0.6 total compound into 100, it becomes 6.67%. If you get percent of two element, you can calculate percent of third element by using 100 minus percent of carbon plus percent of hydrogen, and this becomes 53.33. Now once you get percentage of all three element, now go similarly to find out empirical and molecular formula. Remembered a table consisting elements, their percentage, then percentage divided by gram atomic mass. This we given a symbol A, and finally A will be divided by least value of A. The first element here, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Carbon 40, hydrogen 6.67, oxygen is 53.33, which we already calculated. Divided by respective gram atomic mass. For carbon it is 12, for hydrogen it is 1, for oxygen it is 16. So when you divide here you will get a number 3.33, it is 6.67, it is again 3.33. Now these are the values of A, and here in last column we need to divide the value of A with least possible value of A. Here the least value is 3.33. So when you divide this by 3.33, definitely it will be 1. If you divide this number by 3.33, it is 2.001, which you can round off into, and this also 1. So this is finally empirical formula of the molecule. It is C1H2O1. No need to write 1, you can simply write CH2O. Once you get empirical formula, now time to find out its value of N, and followed by molecular formula. N equal to, now you remembered, GMM upon mass of empirical formula. GMM given in the question, it is GMM is given in the question. Let me check what was GMM of according to question. GMM is given in the question, it is 60. So GMM is 60 divided by mass of empirical formula. Add mass of this three element, it is 12 plus 2 plus 16. It becomes 30. So value of N is 2. And N is 2. So gram molecular mass equals to, molecular formula is equals to empirical formula multiplied by n. It is CH2O multiplied by 2. So the answer is C2H4O2. This is answer of this question. So in this way you can have a question up to 3 marks in your 11th class examination. You already get the notes. There are some more questions given in the notes with respect to empirical and molecular formula, as well as there are few questions given in NCERT also in exercise with respect to empirical and molecular formula. Do these questions, press the like button in the YouTube so that more and more students can take benefit of the video. Share it with your friends and wait for the next class. Till that, bye. Take care yourself. Stay at home. Thank you.